What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Opinion Spot. And to all my anime fans out there, where does that come from? That's one question right there. Basically, I'm here basically because I'm always getting recommended for animes to watch as well from friends and things like that. But this time around, I'm gonna do the recommending, and some you may have seen and some you may have not seen. Some are classics. Well, most of them are, but you can't beat a good classic. You know what I'm saying? So one particular anime I do recommend a lot of people watch, especially if you're fans of martial art anime, in terms of, especially combat, where it's fast-paced, it's you see different styles of martial arts, and one in particular would be Baki the Grappler. I definitely recommend that to anybody who's a fan of any kind of martial art anime. You will not be disappointed in that. Baki the Grappler was very, very intense. Even because there's two versions. There have been a couple of versions of this, but I'm talking about the most recent one. But if you want to go back, feel free. I do recommend that as well. Another recommended anime I do particularly recommend is anime known as Fighting Spirit. Now, for anybody who's a fan of boxing, this is a very, very cool anime. It's a classic as well. But if anybody's played any of the video games, this is basically where the anime, and it started out as a manga, came from. It's about this boy named Ippo Makanuchi, and he's a typical student, and he works at home with his mother on off days. He takes people out to fish, and unfortunately he also gets bullied a lot. So one day when the bullies pick on him, a pro boxer happens to see that, and the boxer takes him out. But the boxer actually takes Ippo to the boxing gym, and basically later on you see the boxer actually says, take a swing at a bag, basically, and Ippo takes a swing and really clearly knocks the bag apart, and basically it becomes where this cat's got a pretty hard punch for basically a nerd, and he becomes a championship boxer. But it's really good. It's funny. The boxing matches are great. It's not always one-sided, like you always know who's going to win, because basically Ippo's almost in every match he's like the underdog. Another anime I do recommend is, of course, the Guyver series. Anybody who's a fan of the Guyver, he is one of my favorite Japanese heroes. So I definitely do recommend the Guyver. But then I'm also going to get into also anime that you probably are looking for. A lot of us who are collectors of anime, we're looking for it on DVD, but we have it on VHS or so. One anime I definitely recommend is any anime that deals with any kind of fighting game that's been out. If you want to see a truly authentic Street Fighter full-length movie, then you go with Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. That is a classic, but it beats any Street Fighter movie that's recently came out or past came out. I definitely also recommend the Fatal Fury series, from the first two OVAs to the motion picture. Two great animes right there. Two great franchises as well. You know, just two really good, great animes. I definitely recommend 8 Man After. And I've been seeing a lot of people on YouTube been asking about this anime, and I do recommend this. It was one person I read, I can't recall his name, but the person's name, I can't recall it, but he was asking about, was this really good? And I do recommend this. This is a really good, this is basically almost the Japanese version of RoboCop in some way. Definitely recommend that. And man, there's so many great animes that I recommend, because I had recently I had posted up a video basically of about 15 of my favorite anime of all time, and it was not in any specific order, but it was just 15 I posted up. It was called 15 of my favorite animes, and in that was things like I said, Baki was in that, Baki the Grappler, Full Metal Alchemist, of course the Guyver Series, Yu Yu Hakusho, Rurouni Kenshin, Wolf's Rain, Naruto, Bleach. You know, there were just so many, and those are just right off the top of my head I can remember. But I'm also recommending some of those. I do recommend those animes. You know, of course, Cowboy Bebop and Outlaw Star, any of the Gundam series, I definitely recommend that. And basically, if you're looking for comedy but with a little action, like I said, Fighting Spirit has that. The Slayers definitely has that. The Slayers definitely has that mixture of comedy but action with it. Tenchi, the Tenchi Muyo, oh geez, that is a classic, but that is a great funny series as well. Geez, man, there's so many, but I just wanted to get a couple off, you know. Oh man, there's so many. I'm just going crazy because there's just so many animes out there that are great, and there are even some I haven't even watched yet, but I got recommended by a couple of my friends to watch it. You should check this out. And they said, "Oh, Chris, go check this out. Check it out, Chris. You'll like this. You're into all that stuff, so check it out." You know, just, you know, I hear a lot of people always saying like, you know, I'm not really into anime, but you know, I've always recommended that you give it a shot. Don't just knock it down because of you're not into it, because you might, in a chance, you know, like it. You know, and sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to give it a try. You know what I'm saying? Don't always knock something down because it's bad. Like, for example, an anime that I was like really on the like I wasn't really into it because my friend was like, "Oh, you gotta watch this, watch it. It's really good." And that was let me see, which anime was that? Witch Hunter Robin, if anybody remembers that. And he said, "You know what? You sit down and watch this. You'll like it." And for the first episode, I was like, I don't know. It's kind of. But then when I sat down and watched it more, you know, I really enjoyed it. So that's what I'm basically telling everybody, you know, and giving you a little bit of recommendations of animes that I like. So other than that, guys, stay tuned, and I'll be back soon.